and welcome echoes to, and I'm seeing voice activity. I think OBS didn't betray us this time. I interrupted myself in the middle
Yes.
of a sentence. But welcome to Empyrean Wilds, episode 29, I think? I looked it up. Yeah, 29. Uh, this is a Cypher System based CTRPG. I am Evie, the Disaster GM. My pronouns are she, they, or any, and let's go ahead and go around introducing this fine if disastrous crew, starting with Alina, since you weren't here last time.
Hey everybody, I am Alina. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Kale today, who is also they, them. They are an empathic explorer who helps their friends and has the soul of a dragon. I'm going to pass it over to Amanda.
I was not prepared. Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda, aka Panda Cabra. I use she, her pronouns, and today I'll be playing Varen Lek, the weird adept who dances with dark matter and siphons power and is now the wrangler for a giant bug creature. So, yep. When I mean giant, I mean giant. So I'm going to pass that on to Matt.
Oh my gosh.
M-A-T-T.
I'm
Not bats.
Thank you. I'm so excited about this giant bug creature. My name is Matt. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Fang Wu. He, they pronouns. The risk-taking warrior who fights with panache, occasionally walks through walls, and is hella psyched too. And I'll pass it over to Ash.
Hello, I'm Ash. I use whatever pronouns are funniest for the bit, and I'm going to be playing Val Mistforge, who is an appealing speaker that rises from the depths and shepherds spirits, and is very annoyed that the bullshit they pulled worked. Evie.
You helped!
I know.
I have no idea what happened last game, and I'm so excited to find out.
Jesus fuck. Okay. But yes, so this game, as schedules allow, runs every other Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. We do dual stream, so if you're watching on Twitch, don't forget to follow so that you can be notified when this or any of our other games go live, because we do have other games. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that little bell for notifications. But yeah, so definitely tune in because we've got a couple of really fun games with a lot of really fun people. We are also raising funds for. Just a minute. There we go. We are also raising funds for World Central Kitchen. You can donate directly on Twitch by clicking the donate button, essentially, where the subscribe button would normally be if you're watching on Twitch browser. If you are watching on YouTube, the link will be added to chat in a couple of seconds, however long the delay is, essentially. But yeah, so definitely do what you can. The world is on fire, quite literally, in a lot of places. So also, please be safe when you go outside, and, you know, don't waste water so that we can hopefully mitigate some of the droughts that are happening all over the place that contribute to this. But yeah, so everyone, please be safe, stay as healthy as you can, don't die, essentially. Beyond that, let's go ahead and jump into focusing on today's session. We at the Archives would like to remind you that this is an adult content rated game with depictions of violence and gore, possible mentions of loss or trauma, and or similar content. We do our best not to cross each other's lines, but for those watching, you have been warned. Last time, in the a little bit short, because we started late and ended at a normal time, filler episode, the episode of Bobby Joe. Because Alina was not here, their character Kale had gone off to have a, not like super private, but a little bit more like somber discussion with Tapal Pilko about the truth regarding, like, just being in possession of one of the copper dragons, what it kind of means to be one of the guardian dragons of nature, and things to watch out for, especially since there is the minor possibility that his young daughter might end up bonding with the copper dragon statue when she is older. But we kind of left that as an off screen while the other three had vacated to run some experiments to basically keep them out of the way of this serious discussion happening, including attempting to feed Bobby Joe some of the blue magic drug to see if that would make Bobby Joe intelligent enough
Oh
to
no, you
train
guys!
and or possibly
Yeah.
make Bobby Joe explode. Because we have
Yeah.
already established that the blue powder, the magic essence of it, when certain things happen, goes boom because it's used as part of the blasting powder in Bal's special magic gun.
I was hoping for the boom.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Drugs are not the answer all along unless those drugs are going to help you. So, in this case, they were hoping for help. One of them was hoping for boom, but they went not into his courtyard. They actually had the presence of mind to leave the courtyard, go outside of the walls and gate of T'Pol's home so that whatever happened did not happen on his property. With liberal use of the blue powder, the bell box to hoist this creature up off of the ground and not have it be able to like easily maneuver to attack them, run away, and or explode directly in front of them. There were a number of rolls that were made for luck on the part of the party, and some points were spent. And initially it looked like Bobby Joe might have perished, before suddenly curling up and molting. Bobby Joe previously had only grown rather than molted. This was such a rapid transformation that the body outgrew its carapace, and we now have a like golden retriever sized Bobby Joe that through, again, liberal use of luck and experience points for the boon of an ongoing help, Bobby Joe has been, at least for the moment, declared an intelligent pet of the party, and is currently wrapping up a bunny rabbit to finally have its first like legitimate meal instead of trying to subside on the scraps that Varen had been attempting to feed it.
I hate all these words.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Kale.
Welcome back. So as we indeed come back, yeah, the bell box was indeed very clutch. A lot of really, really lucky rolls, and Amanda just happened to have been saving those points because she just knew that they were going to be needed for something, and they found their purpose.
So good. I love this level of chaos.
But yes, so with that, let's go ahead and roll back in. Kale, you have been having your conversation with T'Pol, which, unless there were specific things that you had wanted to mention, we'll just kind of leave that as
And wave those.
you left
Yeah.
the necessary information, and I will err on the side of, yeah, Kale definitely remembered to tell him XYZ if it becomes necessary later on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So
We have tea, I'm sure.
I am sure that you have tea, and
Yeah.
I will let you know that he was very fascinated, not like startled, but very fascinated by the fact that your copper dragon both can be alive and spoke to him, and then turn back into a functioning self-heating teapot.
Yes.
Like, he is extremely fascinated and has asked to study Pico.
Only
I'm
when I'm there.
Yeah, I'm sure that that was an
Yeah.
interesting attempt and conversation. But yeah, so the three of you with your now much larger Bobby Joe and Bobby Joe's lunch, um, are you going to bring Bobby Joe back in and go searching for Kale and Tapal, or are you going to kind of wait outside for them to come looking for you?
Varen will stay with Bobby Joe and will probably stay like outside the gates.
Okay.
Or rather, I feel like she will try to go in, and then I have a feeling the guards will be like, no. And she's like, that's fair.
Yeah, if you attempt to re enter with a much larger, threatening, monstrous bug thing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's not so much that you will be directly stopped, it will be the obvious response of fear and them
Mm.
being concerned with that coming onto property.
So yeah, I feel like she's definitely gonna stay like outside the gate. She's like, fair enough, I get it. Like I'll stay away. That she doesn't want to like leave Bobby Joe by itself. So
Reasonable, reasonable.
Mhm.
I will stay with them on account of being the only one who can understand at least a little bit of what the fuck is going on in Bobby Joe's mind.
Okay.
Fair point. I'll go in to get Kale then.
Perfect.
Okay.
Excellent. I imagine we've hit that end of the conversation where we're just like sitting quietly and sipping tea and like maybe making small talk, but probably just staring off into the distance.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Sorry to interrupt if I'm interrupting. Um,
Uh, are you sure I couldn't just perhaps Pico could answer questions for you while I study him. Perhaps
Uh,
uh, it
there's
wouldn't
only
take too
a
too.
narrow window
Okay,
per day that he can be awake and active. So, further questioning will have to wait till tomorrow, I'm afraid.
understood. Yes, you and your friends were doing something concerning.
yes.
Oh,
Um,
oh, how did
Kale.
that go?
We have a surprise for you.
Oh, I'm not fond of surprises.
It's a
Um,
good surprise.
Somewhat skeptical, but I think I should excuse myself now to Paul. Thank you. I put my teacup down and get up and be like, okay, what happened?
Only good things. Let's go. I think that Fong is gonna lead Kale with just the same sort of excitement as like a little kid who was entrusted with leading the person into a surprise birthday party.
Amazing. Kale is walking quite quickly. They want to get this over with. They're like, oh no, what's happened?
Mm-hmm. Um. So as okay, I'm not muted. So as you exit the house, they're still not in the courtyard. So like you end up having to follow Fong all the way back to the cart, out of the court and through the front gate. Um, and what you find there, in addition to however Varen and Bal have decided to present or position themselves, is Bobby Joe, but much larger. Like previously, Bobby Joe was like maybe corgi sized, if we're
Right.
staying with the dog sizing. Um, Now Bobby Joe is like easily the size of a golden retriever. This is a medium to large sized dog, height and bulk, but longer because of what it is. And it kind of doesn't really look at you initially. It tracks Fong's entrance and then goes back to what seems to be a tight bundle of webbing that it's just occasionally prodding at.
Like the second Kale catches sight of the new, larger Bobby Joe, they're like, ah, oh,
Ta-da!
Yeah.
what precisely happened?
Well, that blue powder that we found.
Oh no.
So it turns out that it made him bigger. And I think he's a little. I think he's a little smarter too. I think he's a little smarter, and I'm like petting like the top of its head, and just no clue if it's responsive to that.
Just stare at Fong, and I'm like, this is a good surprise.
Oh yeah, honestly, Bobby Joe seemed to understand a few things while we were communicating. So there's progress.
Spoke to it.
I read its mind.
Oh, yes, that does make more sense.
There's less words, more vibes, if you want.
But it does have a mind that is discernible.
Sort of, yeah. You remember Scott, yeah?
Yes.
So, like, a notch
Scott was
or
smart.
two under that.
Ooh,
So,
right.
I don't know if it's a matter of it's like a 5-year-old's brain, so it just finally had a thought, or if this is just his only intelligence level forever.
Well, that definitely happened. Can I greet them? Should
I don't see why not.
What is it eating?
Oh, we went hunting for some food since it's big enough to eat.
Yes, it is big enough to eat a lot of things. Right. That was my plan of feeding it and making it associate us with food. But maybe not in the sense that it eats us. Well, hello? Squat down and wave at it.
So it turns towards your movement and like gets up on its hind legs, I guess, and does that kind of cobra pose, initially like analyzing you.
Kale's ears go flat against their head.
Oh no, airplane ears.
She's like, oh no.
Oh, it's all right, friend. This is friend. Kale, good.
Give me an animal interaction roll.
Me or Paul?
The people that are attempting to interact with and or influence the creature.
Cool.
I will give you the help action.
Oh, thank you. I am going
possible.
to spend a little effort on this as well. Would empathetic be applicable? That's more for humans.
Empathetic means that you can read people well, right?
Yeah.
No, it would not.
Yeah. So this
This
is not
is
human.
basically alien anatomy.
So I put one effort on it and I rolled an 11.
Okay.
Oh, and I was going to use your help asset. So that brings it down by 2.
Okay. So, like, the pose, like, eases a little bit, and it goes back to just kind of being on top of its soon-to-be meal. Tilts its head and clicks at you 1 or 2 more times, and then goes back to ignoring you.
I'm gonna be reading its mind.
It was assessing Kale to see if Kale was a threat or food, and as Kale came up as neither, and you were attempting to indicate to it as one of its recognized overseers that Kale is neither a threat nor food, it went back to its most concerning thing at the moment, which is its current meal.
Well, that was good, actually. I rather expected it to, I don't know, lunge. But I suppose it's gotten used to my scent.
Something like that. I think that's how it works.
Well, all right. I won't ask any questions.
You sure?
Well, how how did this
Drugs.
happen? Why is it big now?
Drugs is the
Oh.
answer.
Yeah. We thought, it was worth a shot because, I mean, it was either gonna do one of three things. It was either gonna do this result, which is decent, or it was gonna explode, which is not great, or it would kill us all, which is also like not great, but
Honestly, that does make some sense to me. But you remember how Scott would lick the wall with us and seem bigger and smarter afterwards?
I remember. Yeah. I miss licking the wall.
The wall was an unforgettable experience. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know that we should bring such a large creature into Pico's residence.
I don't know. I'm totally planning on camping out here tonight.
It's probably wise. I'll stay as well, so you're not on your own. But if either of you wanted to sleep in an actual comfortable bed tonight,
So, is there anything else we need to be here for?
don't think so. We made significant progress just by finding those puzzle pieces that you were looking for, and
Oh, yeah.
a lot of the research that Tapal wishes to do now that he's heard a lot of the information we've given him is going to take some time. I know that there's pressing matters we need to look into closer to the woods.
Hmm.
Ash, I'm pretty
Yep.
sure that Bal agreed to kind of work as a hey, if I need something done, can I contact you type of contractor. That means that T'Pol did give you a small communications stone to be able to reach him,
I
which
put that
means
in my
that you
inventory.
have a way to contact him and or him contact you when you leave.
I also have a way to communicate with him if he needs us further.
Right, right. Well, perhaps I'll circle around and let him know that we intend on leaving, and that he can bring his daughter home, and then we'll set off on the road tonight.
Sounds good.
Right, right.
Also, Kale, at some point, I require your assistance with something that's been bothering me for a couple of days.
Right. Shall we go for a walk?
Yeah. Well, it's going to take a while, I'm sure.
Oh, maybe this evening then.
Perfect.
Right. Well, we'll go say goodbyes to Pal then, and
Yeah.
can I get a read on Bal? What's Bal's emotion right now? Private meeting tonight.
Apart from her perpetual state of absolute stress, she seems more anxious than she normally is.
Right. You get kind of like an extra long look from Kale, and then they'll turn around and go off to say goodbye to Tabal.
Okay.
We can hand wave that as well. It's just like, hey, actually, we're gonna take off.
Something has come
Real
up.
hospitality. Something has come up. We should leave. It's no danger to you. Thank you for your hospitality. Give your
So,
regards to your daughter.
so question before you guys make haste. You have been here long enough to where he has expressly offered his assistance in the matter because you have convinced him of the urgency of your quest. Are you going to make request of anything else that he has in his possession?
I already did. Oh, I forgot. I don't think I have taken the pieces yet.
Yeah, you haven't
Yeah,
taken
just
the
probably get
pieces.
those.
There were
Fuck.
other things in his collection that you could
Oh,
make a
yes.
request for, and it would be a roll, but
Oh,
there is the
goodness.
chance of getting the other things that he has.
Hold on. What? What the?
There
What
was a
was the?
statue of Aliar that was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, the statue.
Shit.
Yeah. And
I
something
always.
else.
I guess I'm going in as well.
Yeah.
There is also something very theoretically valuable to Kale that
Mhm.
had not been on display that
Oh,
brought Kale to tears that is not at the door that it would be a doorstop for. Hint hint.
right. Right. We should probably bring that with us.
Yeah, which I would let you attempt to do the convincing for that during your dragon talk if you wanted
Sure,
to
yeah,
make
yeah,
the
yeah.
roll to try and take that with
Let's
you.
do that. That would be
Yeah.
intellect, I'm guessing, and I'm going to put effort on that as well.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing empathetic for humans is actually
Yes, it
irrelevant this
does.
time.
Yes.
So let's do 2 effort and then the 1 empathetic
Yes.
for 3 steps down. Yes, that's good. I did it because I only rolled a 9.
Okay. So that is. He will reluctantly allow you to take that with you, mostly because he had not figured out what it was or what it was in relation to.
Right.
With that, you will also be able to convince him to show you where on the map he found it.
Oh,
Or
nice.
where it was found, because he wasn't one of the ones that grabbed it.
I just added that to my inventory. 1 dragon doorstop.
Yep. Me also. Sorry, this might black people's screens out for a minute because I'm getting essentially his list of stuff that you guys have access to attempt to convince him.
Some good stuff.
Yeah.
Sick.
Okay, so you've got the dragon doorstop that you would be able to. You've got a fairly high might score, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you'd probably be able to haul
22.
that up. Yeah, you'd be able to haul that up. It's just it's heavy, and the only reason why you can take it along with you is because you have a cart.
Right. Yeah. And I
Alright,
can
so
heft it into my arms for a moment and move it.
so the you've got the doorstop. There's a variety of artifacts in addition to the like the pieces that Bal had wanted, which the pieces you already have or already have access to. He will send those along with you. He had asked you to put it together away from his lab so that it wouldn't blow up there.
I will
But
respectfully do that once we are at like a day's
yeah,
journey away, just in
So-
case.
you'd be able to grab those. There were a number of things in the collection that he had on display that you saw some plaques describing what they did and some plaques that didn't know what they did, that just knew that they were intact and undamaged.
Yeah, I will request the statue of the whatchamacallits.
The Statue of Alar.
Yup,
Okay. Who is making the roll to try and convince him to let that go?
me?
Okay, you went in. Okay.
For the speaker.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a roll. You are eased by 1
Okay. I am gonna
because this
put
is a holy relic. Therefore, the one that is in contact with the god, you are already eased by.
That makes sense.
fair. Um, I'm also trained in pleasant social interactions, which I feel
Okay.
like this
It
that
is still
applies.
pleasant. Yeah, it is still pleasant.
Um, I will put I will put 2 levels of effort into this. One of which is I have
Okay.
4 edge.
Okay. So we've got 5 down to a 4, down to a 3, down to a 1 at the moment.
I'm gonna need all the help I can get. Oh
With
hey,
some help from a friend. Oh no,
18.
really?
18. You're
Nice.
good. So yes, he will unlock that case and allow you to take the figure of Alayar with you. Um,
Sweet.
it does not have any notes on what it does. So other than the fact that it is a figure of this masked winged thing, uh,
Hmm.
you don't know what it does.
All right, Corey. Could you carry that for me, please?
Uh, yeah. Uh,
Thanks. I'm very afraid if I would have it if I touched it.
he just holds it like he fully expects it to explode in his hands, and it doesn't. T'Pol kind of laughs a little bit under his breath, and then Corey just starts looking at it from a variety of different angles, and it, at least according to what you see at the moment, is a very impressive looking, but mundane small statue.
Hmm. This is quite an impressive looking but mundane statue.
Yeah. Uh, Mundane in, as in like it's not doing anything special at the moment. Um, but
As
yeah,
in,
no,
it's
it's
not
like
doing anything special at the moment.
yeah, it's maybe like 6 to 8 inches tall. It's easy
Hmm.
to carry around.
Okay. I don't remember what else.
Okay.
Yes. I
There
don't want to. I don't want to
was
wipe everything he has though. So
yeah, there was the locked box thing that you guys experimented with out in the courtyard, the shadow.
right.
There was a ring. Um, there was a pair of gauntlets. There were a pair of
Right.
what looked like sunglasses.
We had figured out what the gloves did, I think.
You had definitely figured out what the sunglasses did. I don't know if you
Right,
figured out what the
yes.
gloves did. And then there was a what seemed to be a shimmering folded piece of cloth in one of the cases.
Can I do a vibe check on the gloves while I'm here?
The gloves do indeed have a label, which is
Oh,
why
perfect.
probably Kale thought that they figured
Right,
it out.
yeah. Yeah.
They are like big ass metal gauntlets with like broad claw like nails, and it just notes that they are digging gauntlets.
I dig it.
I'm going to ask for them.
Okay, go ahead and give me another roll.
For this, I'm gonna put 3 levels of effort.
Okay, so 5 down to a 4 for your pleasant social interaction, plus 3 levels of effort brings it down to a 1 again.
Oh, 18 again, dude. What the hell?
All right, so you can mark on your sheets wherever you guys are keeping track of this tunneling gauntlets.
Sweet. Matt, put that on your character sheet because I'm getting
Useful.
one for you.
All right.
You're a
Thank
mole.
you.
Yeah.
Now you have the power to go through even more surfaces.
Sick. Let's go.
These are an actual cipher system artifact. Like all of the ones that I've listed off are existing in one of the books somewhere. So Matt, for you, and I can like drop this in our chat for you. This oversized pair of metallic gauntlets with broad nails, so the claws. When activated for 1 hour, the gauntlets let the wearer burrow up to an immediate distance each round. They can burrow
Whoa.
through most soils and even some stone, but only through material whose level is lower than the artifact level. So typically, like the really high armored stuff, you're probably not going to get through, but most buildings, most like mundane stone and rock and ground, etc., you can get through. Burrowing leaves
Sick.
behind a tunnel with a diameter of 5 feet that remains stable for several hours. After that, the tunnel is
That's sick.
subject to collapse. It depletes 1 in
Okay.
20.
I love this.
Awesome.
It's like, listen, I can walk through walls, and if I can't, I have gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's
Sweet.
just too far to walk through, or you need to be able to make a tunnel for other people to follow you, you've got a way.
Awesome.
Like a
Thank
secret
you.
tunnel?
Secret
Secret
tunnel.
Yeah.
tunnel.
Yeah. So
Sick.
yeah, you had figured out that the sunglasses essentially allow people to see in the dark the way that Kale does.
Right.
The other
I got light.
items, the cloth, does not have a label other than being called an armored robe. The ring is just noted as skillful. You have no idea what the statue does.
Anything else you might want? Kale? We're the ones talking to this guy, so.
Varen, you could have also have let them know if you were interested in anything before they went in without you.
Oh yeah, true.
While the shadow box is tempting, I feel like at this moment I will probably leave it.
Okay.
Where it is knowing how dangerous it is.
Yeah.
And everyone knows not to touch it. So I feel like
Yeah.
she will not take it with her.
Okay.
And again,
'Cause,
did
yeah,
we
you do
find
have
out
to
what
win a like
really
intelligence
strong
save
roll?
against
Yeah.
it every time.
What were the sunglasses for again? It was
You can see in
sunglasses,
the
In
right?
the dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
they're,
look
they're
good in
essentially like
sunglasses.
dark vision goggles.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like
Thematically
they're just
appropriate.
I was about to say, you know what? I might take those. I only asked for those.
Excellent.
Okay. I will request those as well.
okay. That he's not going to even make you roll. I'm not even going to make you roll for. Those, while they are not common, are this is an obvious thing that would help you. Yeah, you can take it with you.
Cool. Yay, I'll add that to my list.
Awesome.
Okay.
Now you get to look
And,
real
and
cool.
you know what? Just for good measure, I'm also gonna ask for the cloak.
Okay. That he will ask you
Roll
to
for.
roll for. You said the cloak?
Yeah, the cloak.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the 3 levels of effort on.
Okay. So this one he had more personal interest in, so that drops it down to a 2 instead of a 1.
There. That's a 10.
Still higher than a 6. So yeah. He will he pauses for a moment, but he then goes, yes, that would be useful for you. So this is armored cloth. It is soft and flexible. It looks like a long open robe, except when it is struck or crushed with force, at which point it hardens, providing +1 to armor. It then immediately
Very
returns
nice.
to its normal state, which is in no way encumbering. It can't be worn with other armor of any kind, but it's basically it is armor that does not hinder speed.
Okay, sweet. I will also let him know that if we find any artifacts that aren't of use to us, we will send them to him, so he doesn't feel like we're just taking his entire collection. Because we
He's
have
got
taken
other
about,
stuff
yeah.
that he's studying downstairs that you saw. These are just the
I
ones
think
that he has verified are like cleaned, studied,
yeah.
whole, undamaged, not going to immediately blow up.
I'm pretty sure he also has the gun parts that he's gonna be helping me figure out how to make ammo for.
Okay, you're gonna leave the gun parts behind?
Yeah, I don't really need them.
Okay.
And if he can either make another gun out of those parts, or at the very least help me figure out how to manufacture bullets,
Okay.
then yeah.
Yeah. Um, while you are outside, Varen, are you going to? While the two of you were outside together, because Varen does not automatically know that these are in the cart, did you let Varen know about the like herbs and such that you had taken from uh the Luis Figo's warehouse for Varen to know to scan to see if it's the same as the ash in the like charcoal and ash that was in the powder, or is
Oh,
this still
I believe we
communication that
did.
hasn't
Yeah,
happened? Okay.
I think I,
So
I think this was communicated. Yeah.
okay. So if you wanted to, while outside, scan, you may do so.
Okay. Let's see. Do I need to roll for that scan? So I think I do.
Just it's an easy roll, but yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll for that.
And
13.
it's more of a making a comparison to something that is not with you right now, so you're having to work off of memory.
Okay,
13, yeah,
13.
easily.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that this is what was used to make the charcoal, essentially, that was used for the blasting powder.
Okay, cool.
Oh, in that case, I would have also left him with like probably how much do I have? I think I took like I have two bagfuls of blue powder.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what we're talking about though, is it? We're
No,
talking
we're
about
talking about the boxes of strange herbs and like plant parts essentially that were in the warehouse that you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna take them. I might as well not leave them behind.
Then I'll drop off a crate of each.
Okay.
He can experiment with them as much as he wants, as long as I get my ammo out of it.
Okay. All right. So,
But figure it out myself.
with a little bit of negotiation and the like transfer of items between the cart and him and the cart, you have acquired a variety of interesting artifacts that may help you along the way, and left behind some tools with which he is capable of continuing to study.
Yippee!
And thank you once again for your generous hospitality, especially the awkwardness of our first meeting. We will keep in touch on our journey.
He looks around you at the now much larger bug and looks at you and goes, Yes, yes, I understand. Uh, I. Sorry, it's distracting.
I'm waving through the window.
So,
Hi.
hello. Saying yes. So be safe. If I will be sending out a variety of feelers to see if I can find out more. Perhaps speak with my son or my brother. Sorry, my brother about what he knows of what Islandus is saying about all of this.
Yes.
So be safe. don't die, I suppose. Um,
We haven't yet. It's been very close a few times, but
Technically, it did happen once.
well, yes, there was that one time. We got better.
I suppose that bodes well for saving us from whatever is happening.
Right, yeah. But it was an ally though. They killed us. Look who.
He looks at Varen with the bug and then subtly looks at Fong to see if he can gauge which one of them it might have been.
All right. Very well.
Goodbye. Uh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Evie,
Okay.
that that cloak, does it stack with my water shield, or would those be two different?
Those are two different armors.
So they wouldn't stack on each other.
They wouldn't stack.
Okay. In that case, as I come out, I'll go, "Wait, Fong.
Yes.
As you probably guessed, we're sort of a bit of a crazy group, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got for you some gifts. These are digging gauntlets. They are for digging.
Okay.
And this is a cloak of armor. It should protect you if you take a hit.
Oh, great. Thank you very much, Captain.
Oh, God.
All right. And I believe you, the only thing that you left behind was the ring. So I'm
Yeah.
going to close that one out. There it is. Okay. So yeah, as sunglasses at night, as you guys pack up with your new useful items, make sure that you write the ones that you got on your character sheets so that you know what your inventory is, since I do not track your inventory for you. Do you continue on toward the mountains, or do you try to find somewhere specific to lay your head for the night? It's probably around mid-afternoon at this point.
I think we'll start heading in that direction, but I'm going to keep an eye open for anywhere that seems chill.
Okay. You know
Also,
that he has mentioned that there's a small town, like, a little bit further on.
I'm going to be looking for someone. Before we get to that, we'll be heading to the town. Before we get there, I'm looking for somewhere we can stop because I need
Yeah.
help.
Sounds good.
Any help
Okay.
with something. Along the way, I will take some rests.
Okay.
Unless the town is like just this afternoon. Do you want to stop like after a couple hours walk, or should we go till this evening?
Oh, I don't know.
Just wherever looks good.
Okay.
As
So
we're
perception
walking,
checks.
all right. I was gonna say, as
Perception
we're
check?
walking, Kale is going to put a hand on a tree, especially if it's like a really old, gnarled tree, and just whisper, "Grandmother, if you are out there, we could use your guidance."
18 on my perception roll.
Okay.
Not 20 on my perception roll.
From that face, I'm assuming that Fong's perception is not great.
3.
I think Fong is a
Is it a
little
lucky
distracted by
3?
how kick-ass he is now. His gear is.
It is not a lucky 3. I'm just
Aw.
too excited about my stuff.
Yeah,
He's just
very
like, ooh, I'm
So
looking at
cool.
like he's like, oh, I got a new robe, and he's like twirling.
Yeah.
It has pockets.
Swishy swish.
Yeah. So, since you haven't worn armor yet, and we haven't switched over to the new Cypher combat, right now, armor reduces the amount of damage that you take. So, anytime you're hit, just subtract 1 from it while you're wearing that.
The cool thing is that normally you have to be practiced in armor for it to not slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't slow you down at all. It's like mithril. It's like
Yeah.
lightweight, so it will protect you without making you slower, which is
Yeah.
perfect for a fast monk build like what you got.
That's so sick. Thank you.
All right, so for the perceptions that got very high perception because we had two of them, um, it's not immediately close to T'Pol's home. It's probably like as you're going to stop soon and a little bit before you would get to the town because you would probably get to the town um, a good bit after sunset, but not like into the wee hours of the morning if you continued, um, that you notice what seems to be an entire section of the forest nearby that looks to be different trees than the others, maybe 20 feet across.
Hell,
Yes.
and I pointed that out.
Oh,
Please.
Yeah.
you don't belong here, do you?
Yeah, like initially it looks just like uh, slightly less healthy trees, which can be assumed to be related to the strange creeping weirdness that has been cited or noticed a couple of times. Um, and then looking around the slightly withering area, a little bit further past is what seems to be a mangrove.
I look at Kale's like, I don't think that that's native to here.
Yeah, aren't
No,
those like
suspect one of those bubbles occurred here.
Yeah.
hmm,
Like inspecting, you can tell pretty easily that it is a perfect circle around.
Yeah.
And yeah, mangroves, while you know about them, Kale, they weren't super common as high altitude as you were in Isenbridge.
Yeah, yeah.
But Fong would be very familiar with them because they are common to wetlands. So Bal has also probably seen them in his travels as well, or in her travels as well, because not Balder. You probably saw it while Balder, but yeah, based off of the travels that I know about, you were probably Balder when you saw them,
yeah, that's about right.
because it would have been not too long before getting to Isenbridge.
Mm,
Hmm.
right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
On those are from the swamplands to the north, right?
yeah,
Northwest?
because you came through north of Islanus when
Hmm.
you were tracking Ace. So,
Yeah.
because
Mhm.
you came from north of Islanus, you would have passed through the wetlands areas to have seen the mangroves growing.
Do these trees look similar to the ones we've encountered before?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay. I'm just trying to confirm if it's like if we're seeing pockets from the same place or it's like different places every
You
time.
have seen an area that indicated, like, the area that Sybil disappeared into
Hmm.
was very marshy swampland as well, but it didn't have any trees. It was mostly like what would be in just the wet marsh of it, rather than true swamp with the trees and stuff like that. This looks a little bit more like it came out of maybe wetland riverbank type of thing. So
Hmm.
further into the swamp instead of into the marshy areas or the bog. Um, the one with the aggressive plants that tried to kill you was significantly more tropical jungle oriented. Um, the stone, you have no idea what type of environment it came from because it was just a section of large stone in a perfect
Right.
circle around. So it's hard to tell if these are just from a particularly diverse biome or if they're from all over.
Yeah, they really sound like they're from all over.
If Fong recognizes these mangroves, then I think he's going to like walk up to them and then like just breathe it in because it reminds him of home. And but you're gonna hear him as he breathes it in. It's almost like breathing in like fresh air, but you're gonna hear him say, "The gross smell of home."
Um, while you're closer, Fong specifically, can I get another perception check from you?
8.
Uh, you can tell that the tree is dying without the amount of moisture that it needs, which is probably why everything else is also withering. So at this point, it has been here long enough even to where there wasn't even your feet kind of sinking in to
Mhm.
the soil the way that it would with as moist as you expect it to be with this stuff. So it's not just the scent of home
Mhm.
and the swamp, it's also the scent of decayed wood.
Oh. I think Fong is gonna um like attempt a little bit of a climb, just like what he would have done as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's just it's more of like a ritual in honor of the tree, and he's gonna say, "You don't belong here."
Can I? Is there water here?
There's not really a nearby river to source from, so you have
Okay.
probably a barrel of water that you guys have that
No,
is
I
used
meant
for drinking,
in
but
this like the water get displaced with these
Yeah.
trees.
Like the marsh water has like run away.
if it has already been absorbed into the soil around
Okay.
because this has been here long enough to where they are suffering from the lack of hydration and to where the ground is no longer so muddy that your feet sink into it.
That makes sense.
When I examined the previous circles, was there something in the center of it? Was there like a seed or a stone or anything?
Not that you were able to find.
Okay. Can I identify how long it would take for the tree to dry out this much?
Sure.
All right, I am skilled at plants. So I got
I will
one.
offer that. I will also offer the help action because that's
Cool.
that. I want to help figure that out.
It's 2 assets. I rolled a 19. I'm just CSIing this.
Just a minute.
Yep.
Enhance.
Uh, Probably about 3 to 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
That's before we started noticing it.
It's while you were
that's
still out on the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. This is older than I would say we've seen from any of the others. I mean, obviously, it's difficult to say with things like the stones we've found, but this tree has definitely been here for some months before we ever got to Pollyanna.
I've just got an idea. I turn to Fong. Oi, Fong, we want to try your gloves.
Uh, sure. Oh, what are you thinking?
One, I'd like to figure out how deep the the sphere goes. But two, if you can find me water, I could potentially vibe check it.
Okay.
What I
Yeah,
say,
Fong will happily
I want you
try.
to get used to the gloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
I'm
gonna.
picturing Legend of Zelda big ass gloves.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. They are kind of massive. So you swing them around, put them on, and you've got like big old clawed gloves on.
Sick.
Um, and you activate them.
Yes, I would love to.
All right.
Hell yeah.
So first, please roll for depletion.
I had a mini heart attack because it looks so similar, but it's the 7.
You get to
That would
use
have
them
been the
once.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. But yes. So
Holy.
as you activate them, hello, welcome back in MLAS. Um, but yes, so as you put these like big ol' leather and metal gloves on, and long, sharp metal claws stretch over your hand and over each finger, so that you've got something to have purchased to dig with. Um, and you activate them, and it's kind of like this tensing squeeze because you're trying to figure out how to activate them. Um, Gradually, they tighten to where they are like a second skin across your hand and forearm. And two of the plates reach up and brace around your elbow and upper arm to give you a little bit more purchase.
That's sick.
There's no glowing, there's no special sounds. It's just you're like kind of messing with them, and you flex and you squeeze your hands and you're trying to make it work, and then suddenly you do something that's just basically this weird tensing of wearing them, and they tighten and then brace across your entire arm, each of them. But for the next hour or until you figure out how to deactivate them, you have activated your tunneling gauntlets, and
Great.
you can burrow up to an immediate distance each round, which is 10 feet per round. Um,
That's
and
that's pretty good.
yeah, and it leaves behind, at least for the first couple of hours, a stable, approximately 5 foot round tunnel.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, Fong will once everything is like set and he's feeling good, he's gonna start to dig according to Ball's instructions.
Okay, so you're digging at approximately the center, or are you digging like from to the side? Because at approximately the center, you're going to have to go through most of the aerial roots of this mangrove.
Oh. It sounds like I would be destroying roots.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, maybe not the center.
Okay. Um, Knowing what you know about mangroves from it being your home, as you're anticipating this and trying to approach it, you are kind of getting a different timeline than what Kale is.
Oh,
Mangroves have a wide stretching web of roots that are interconnected with each other, practically sharing root systems.
hmm,
By displacing this, it would have had to slice through all of that root ball and cut it off from the rest of the system.
wow.
So, like, you're anticipating, and you're like, okay, I can't approach this way because I'm going to have to go through all of these aerial routes. And then you're just like, wait, there's going to be roots pretty much everywhere to get through. Oh, oh. But you would be able to approach at least from the side if you want, or try to go around them. No matter what, you will end up hitting roots if you're going through this section of soil. Um,
Okay. Yeah. I'll go from the side.
okay.
And every time I imagine it's like every time I touch another root, there's just like a little wince of, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Which you can try and dig around. Like, you can try and go fully from the side and just find your way around and down. But you'll be kind of getting the side where those roots are cut off
Hmm.
instead
Okay.
of cutting through them yourself. If you don't want to basically traumatize your character by making him dig through the roots of one of his home trees.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll try to be careful.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So yeah, you the rest of you guys see Fong doing this. Like, how describe how he's like going from, yeah, I'm gonna do, no, I don't want to dig here. So describe like all of that for what they are seeing.
So I think the initial thing is that he's pumped and he's about to like just go for it, and then he like stops like midway through just the plunge, and then he scratches his head a little bit. He's like, "Ow, that hurts." Um, no, this isn't the right spot here, and then he'll start like trying to trying to like very gingerly do it, and then it's almost like getting a shock in operation where it's like he touches a root and he's like, oh man, I should remember these things, until finally I imagine there's a little bit of sifting around, almost like raking through an area just to see like maybe the concentration of roots, until he finally settles on a spot where it's like it seems like he can dig relatively safely, although maybe every 10 feet you just hear like a frustrated oh man, as he just like maybe miss estimated the angle, and just like a big chunk of root was pulled out.
Um, Fong, I'm just behind you in the tunnel.
Yeah.
You all right?
uh I I'm trying. These were my these are my favorite trees, and these are one of the few things I liked about home.
Oh, I'm not killed, but maybe I can try something. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna touch the roots that he has sort of scuffed on the way, and I'm going to start using my blessing of the gods to heal them up a little.
So if he went to the side, because they would be like an interconnected web through the bowl essentially of this displacement, um, and it's basically just that he would be brushing the already cut ends. Or if he went through this and is just trying to dig around them, um, it's taking longer than the per round for 10 feet to just kind of work around them, and you guys are having to climb through root systems. So it's one or the other, but they are basically abrupt cutoff with maybe a little bit of tattering from digging if it's to the side and trying to dig around to find how deep it goes. If you're going through the roots, then it's taking you longer than the 10 feet per round. Um, like, you're probably getting like 3 feet per round to dig around them, and you guys have to squeeze through an absolute web of roots. So it depends on which route Fong decided to take.
Yeah, I imagine that it is digging like around roots, where we have to squeeze through. But when it comes to digging, Fong is kind of new to it, so I imagine there is an amount of,
Okay.
oh, I screwed up, and so then Val would be able to do that healing
Okay.
because yeah, Fong isn't good at this.
Okay. In that case, Bal, go ahead and give me an intellect roll to attempt to utilize healing in a way that it is not necessarily designed for.
Uh, I want to put a level of effort on that.
Okay.
That is a 14.
14. Um, it helps, and you do help to kind of mend some of the roots that have been like sliced through or scuffed or like broken. Um, but as you kind of squeeze through after Fong, and it is a lot of squeezing through with how interconnected all of this is, um, you're getting the same impression that Fong kind of realized early on into this of it probably hasn't been here as long as Kale initially anticipated, because if the roots are this interconnected and this dense right here, then they would have spread much further than the like 20-ish feet diameter that was displaced. So it's probably also dying from the fact that its root system was cut in like to a tenth of what it should be.
Gotcha.
It takes you, with trying to be careful and not really knowing what you're doing, and thus going slower, probably closer to like 15 to 30 minutes to get to the bottom. And that's because you're also having to spend time maneuvering your body between the roots that you're trying to leave behind. Um, but trying to kind of gauge how far you are among all of these weird webbed roots, it's maybe 17 feet down.
Sorry, that
So
was
you,
just a big loud scream, and I needed to confirm that it wasn't Sage.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah,
yeah,
so like you didn't have to go very far before you got to like regular dirt and the rest of what should be here. There was a difference in the soil type and how it felt, and a very abrupt end to the web of the mangrove roots. But despite the fact that it was only about somewhere between 16 and 20 feet, it's hard to tell from where you currently are wedged. Um, because you had to basically just dig between roots, trying to leave as much behind as you could, it did take you a while rather than just a couple of minutes. With how easy it was to cut through and displace things, you know that if you had not been careful, it would have taken you all of a couple of seconds.
Mhm. I think you're
Out of
muted.
tea.
Sorry, I was
Out of
muted.
tea.
Oops. Using my years of navigation as a sailor as a basis, am I able to determine? I guess I'm trying to determine what the diameter of this bubble that got taken is, if that makes sense. Like going up, down, the sides.
Okay. So looking at how far down it took Fong to get to,
Hmm.
and walking around to see what it looks like, not just at the ground of its 20 feet around, but trying to see what the cut on the trees was. Um, go ahead and give me an intellect roll to kind of analyze everything.
I'm gonna put 2 levels of effort into that.
Mhm.
11.
Okay. You're not exactly sure of the exact dimensions, but you're not seeing a sphere. You're seeing something longer than a sphere, oblong, possibly egg-shaped. Because more than 16 to 20 feet above ground is there. And there is very clean cuts on the branches of the tree, indicating that it's not just that it scooped it. But it does reach fairly high up. Maybe based off of seeing how far Fong was able to climb when he climbed what was there of the mangrove, um, maybe 30 to 35 feet up is how much of the tree was there. It wasn't like a massive mangrove, at least, so the majority of the tree did come with it. But there are clean cuts indicating that it was a cut all along instead of just down. It goes maybe 30 or more feet up and about 16 to 20 feet down.
All right. I'll share that with the group.
Wow. I think Fong like is trying to log that, but he is gonna look at Ball and gesture towards the roots and like towards her and say, "Thank you for being willing to clean up my messes."
I care for the things that others care, if I care about them. It's not your mess anymore. It's ours. For better or for worse, we're all in it together.
And Fong is gonna it's gonna look a little comical with the giant gloves, but he's gonna hold one up to his heart and maybe like just it would have just been a regular pound, but it sounds painful. And he like winces a little bit and he says, "Thank you."
I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder and heal you. It's all right. Let's be more mindful of how we use the claws, yeah?
Yeah, I'll get used to it.
Actually, technically you didn't hurt yourself because you have the armor now.
Amazing.
You'd go like that, and then it's just solid
Yeah.
metal right there.
That's funny.
Just like a loud
He just
ping.
clinks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
kind
kind
of
of.
stumble backwards from their own force.
So, with the strange shape, comes a why this shape type of curiosity, but there's no other clues. There's no other indication about what might have been brought over, if there was anything there. It's just.
Is it a similar shape to the seed that Sybil was holding when she disappeared?
give me an intellect roll to see if you
Excellent.
remember that far back.
I will. And I'm going to
I have
burn
a- I
what
have a s-
effort I have left on this.
I have a similar question about a different
I
type
have
of vegetation
two.
that we're familiar with.
Ooh, 16.
Yes.
So Kale's been like lounging on a tree as you guys were digging. And then when the two of you come back above ground and describe this, Kale will think for a moment and then lean down and kind of draw in the soil with a finger, like a shape like this, yes?
Seems about right, yeah.
Then looking up the trees and then looking down at the hole you dug and said, does this look a little like the seed pods that we know are causing these bubbles?
Do I remember the seed pods?
You know that Sybil was looking at seed pods and was like, I found one, and then
Yeah.
this happened. But
Bal
you
does
were
tend to.
you were poisoned at the time. So
Oh, yeah.
you weren't very close.
Bal also makes it an effort to ignore Sybil at any opportunity. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah, you were one
I-
of the
Yeah,
ones
he's the
that
one-
had been affected by the poison from the plants during that fight,
right.
so you weren't moving around a lot at the point.
yeah.
You were conscious, but you weren't doing much.
Not sure.
I have a theory, I think, that those seed pods in some way encapsulate an area and then take them somewhere else. I think they swap, they must, which means that parts of this landscape are now elsewhere in the world.
Wait,
Sort
hang
of
on.
like the trees that teleport us, yes?
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Do
For
you think they're
land.
connected?
Perhaps. I haven't recognized any of our magic on it yet.
Hmm.
And it seems strange that it should be working in such an uncontrolled way. Most of the dragon architecture that we've seen has been very balanced, very part of the ecosystem, whereas this seems very much the opposite of what our technology would have done.
What would be? I guess the question that comes to mind is what would be opposite to a dragon?
Not sure I want to meet that.
Let's hope you don't have to.
I suspect that it has something to do with these roots that are reaching out from the dark forest. Varen, you were saying that those that came up against your farm, they were held back in some way by the artifacts that you had dug into the soil.
Yeah, it was like, well, because I would always find like weird little trinkets and bones and stuff. So I would bury them, and yeah, it did seem like it was creating a kind of barrier.
And we know there's a barrier around the dark forest. Now, after what Ace did, I think that whatever is in that forest is trying to get out, but it can't move itself, so it's using proxies, yes? These roots of darkness that spread through the soil, these seed pods that have grabbed pieces of the land from elsewhere. It's searching for something.
Do you think maybe
And
there was something here that could have been?
Maybe. It also could be random. Remember, there was the cairn that was disturbed before. The stacked stones had been simply disappeared, taken somewhere else. That was a place of power. Some of the others, obviously the when Sybil disappeared, it was just the middle of a street, so there was nothing particularly of interest there, other than Sybil herself, I suppose.
I know what we've dealt with so far, I would say Sybil is plenty.
Yes.
An alchemist that has come into contact with the gods feels pretty spectacular.
Relevant. Yes. Right.
Do you recall if at any point Sybil did something specific to trigger this change?
We know that she touched one of the seeds when she disappeared, and the other one that we brought with us was wrapped in silk, so no one would have handled it directly. Maybe when something of magic comes into contact with these seeds, it blooms, for lack of a better word. It grabs whatever's there and takes it elsewhere.
How would you three feel if we stayed the night here? I'd like
I
to
don't
see if
mind
anything
it.
else happens.
I don't mind. I'm kind of curious myself.
Yes, it's late enough. We shouldn't push on much further anyway.
Yeah. And and he looks towards the mangrove. I'm feeling pretty good in spite of things. It's just a nice nostalgic feeling, but I'm good staying here.
Oh. I'm gonna start setting up camp in that case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna have Corey. I'm gonna have Corey do like check out the perimeter, make sure there's nothing dangerous.
Okay.
Which is in itself, it's so interesting that it doesn't seem to be anything dangerous here, but every other time we've encountered something like this, there has been. Gives me the impression that it was dangerous here and it's now somewhere else.
Maybe.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception for Corey.
That is a 17 on the dice.
17. All right. He does not see anything in the immediate patrol. So that wouldn't change unless you just have him consistently patrolling while you guys are camping.
I'll keep him on watch at least while we're setting up camp.
Okay. Fong, do you just let the claws stay on you until they deactivate on their own, or do you attempt to deactivate them yourself?
So, I think like after a moment, he just realizes how difficult it is to do stuff like setting up camp. Like, I mean, getting ready for bed, like getting the armored cloak off and stuff. And then he's like, gloves off. Unhand me. And like he's gonna start like wiggling them around, and maybe it's like, okay, if I give them enough wiggle room, maybe I'll be okay.
Okay. Give me an intellect roll to try
All
to
right.
figure out what you're doing.
That's a 9.
Okay.
Which is my lucky number for my next roll.
Okay, that helps.
Hey.
That helps. Yeah.
Nice.
So wiggling them around doesn't do anything because they basically became a second skin.
Okay.
You do nearly like shred your pants in the
Ah.
process, but like you're not sure. Like it was just a weird hand motion of flexing your hands a specific way that caused them to tighten and activate. So you're probably looking for a different hand motion
Mhm.
uh, than that.
Okay. Okay. If flexing, I think he's gonna start like one finger at a time unflexing.
Like just relaxing it out.
Yes.
That works.
Sick. I imagine that like when they like release,
Hmm.
they drop, and then Fong immediately panics because it's like just the ping of falling to the ground.
They do definitely clang against each other.
And it's
Oh,
just like a like you know how whenever you drop something, you're like you pick it up and you're like, oh no, what if I broke it? But it's just like examining every little bit and just brushing off little scuff mark, hoping that they're brush offable.
Yeah, they're pretty much undamaged.
Oh, great.
These things can like burrow through very hard stone and other surfaces, dropping them on the ground. They are fine. But I appreciate the sentiment because it's like that instinct of, oh shit, I just dropped this thing that was just given to me.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they're fine.
Sick.
are you all right over there?
Yeah. Yeah. Just getting used to the gloves.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm setting up camp.
Mhm. All right. So you set up camp. It is very quickly evening. Um, the sky isn't like dark and dangerous, but it is a little overcast. Beyond that, it's fairly quiet. You haven't seen any other travelers recently in the past couple of hours. Um, just gonna set up watch and go to sleep, or
Yeah.
anything
No.
else? That's what I
Oh.
thought.
Yeah. I know
I
Paul had some stuff to
Mhm.
say.
Once we're settled, Val is gonna approach Kale and go. I I need your help
Of course. Anytime.
with what I presume to be behind me.
Right.
Yeah.
Is he there right now, Evie?
Uh, Kale can see spirits, so yes.
Yeah. I will just look at the captain and then look back at Mal. Like,
I I I don't know how to begin. Is the thing. Oh, you're muted. Unless I can't hear. Um,
I couldn't hear Alina either.
oh,
I said, I think that the best way to begin is just to speak with him. I assume he can hear you.
do you remember? Did I tell you what?
Did they murder the captain, that sort of thing, yes? I assume that's why he's here.
Right. I did. Okay, you remember. Yeah. The fuck am I supposed to say?
I don't know. I assumed that you were at some point close with one another before the whole stabbing had to happen. So just talk to him like a friend. You knew
That
him
I
at one
murdered
point.
though,
Well,
with his own
no
sword.
one's perfect, I suppose, and I think that might be why he's hanging around. Maybe all he wants to hear is, I'm sorry. Or an explanation even of why.
Bloody hell. All right.
So he is
Um,
close enough to overhear all of this.
of course.
Um,
Of course he is. He has to be.
Oh, he's right behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kale, you see him like with his arms folded, just kind of considering Bal. Do you have any experience as Kale with that kind of fatherly skeptical look of really? Or is that just Alina?
From Kale's father, no, but they've probably seen it in other people.
Okay.
From people who
So
are actually good fathers.
so when you say he probably just wants you to say sorry, the focus
He's like,
goes briefly from Bal to you, and that's the expression that he's making.
and then Kale will sort of like look behind your shoulder, Bal, and then look back at you and just be like, or not, actually. I think he does want something else.
All right.
I couldn't tell you what it is though, but that was not it.
Can you have the conversation with him instead? Would
There's
that be
some
too much?
things that I cannot do for you. I'll be
Bloody
here to
hell.
support you though, and I don't know if you can hear him, but I could translate. He doesn't really speak to me.
All right. And Bal's gonna so slowly turn around. She doesn't know that she's doing it, but she is going to fully manifest the spirit.
Ooh.
Which is something that I'm able to do if I spend 3 intellect points and use an action.
Okay. How far from camp did you guys go?
We're here. I
We're just
did
here.
not.
We're just
In
at
the
the edge
middle
of camp.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
the other two, they're Bal is not trying to keep it hidden from everybody else or anything like that.
So yeah, Varen and Fong would have heard that entire conversation, and then all of a sudden, you see a somewhat translucent, monochrome individual that is wearing the coat that was on Bal when you first met her, um, with what seems to be a darker indication or some sort of stain on his front. Big beard, but well kept, and hair pulled back at the nape of his neck. And he's got his arms just kind of crossed and is just looking skeptically at Bal. You can see through him to the road and to the trees that you'd be able to see if you looked in that direction. There's a slight chill to the air.
Captain Mistforge! Hello! It's been a while. How have you been?
Dead.
Right. How's that going?
I
Right.
would say that it's an indescribable experience.
Oh. Sure. I'm sure that could be positive in a way. Well, nice chatting with you. And I turn around again.
Kale makes like
Kale.
sort of gestures at you, like, go on, you
This
can
is,
do it.
by the way, this is the first time that Bao looks genuinely like deflated. She's always carrying herself like captain, like with pride, and now she's like, oh no. She almost looks like a child like a teenager that got caught doing the bad thing by their parents. Um, is he still there?
Yes.
You took his surname?
There was it was his idea originally.
So you're sort of family.
Sort of.
Right. Well, I've never really been a go-between between a ghost before, but I've definitely helped several friends talk with difficult family members. So you can do this.
I turn around and I go, Captain, this is Kale. They're brilliant.
You've certainly described others that way as well.
That I have. But
That
this,
type of brilliant?
not at all. Um,
Captain.
Kale is unlike anyone I've ever met before. In a good way. That's all my friends, and I gesture to Fong and Baron and everybody and Corey. I don't gesture to Bobby Joe.
Bobby Joe is currently making a web among a variety of plants, not in the circle that Fong had been so careful of, but is attempting to make a web to catch something overnight.
Do you have your squid arm or your crab arm currently?
I think I'm. I think I'm on squid or my regular arm.
Yeah, yeah. All right, then, Kale will sort of step beside you and hold your hand, but leave you your actual hand for gesturing and doing whatever you need to.
Um, I'm. I would. I have so many questions, but most of them feel kind of obvious, Captain. Um, I. Okay, what can I do for you, Captain?
His hands come out of being crossed arms, and he steps forward,
Mm.
and he just leans in, and he's like inches away from your nose. You summoned me. You have sent me to an early rest, but you summoned me. Your memories and your guilt, and my blade. And you won't die. I won't have it. Not until someone kills you with my sword. Take you out the way that you took me.
For the record, I've been trying.
Gives your tentacle a little squeeze, like supportive.
So you want me dead? Is that it?
Me?
Do I what?
Do you blame me?
No? Well, have you
Like my child. And you let pretty words and a pretty face convince you of a very, very stupid thing. Where did that get you? Do I want you dead? Of course. But also no. You were like my child.
I just did what I thought was right. And I've regretted it every day since.
It takes a special kind of person to think that it's right to kill the one that supports them.
I never said I was smart.
I did it once upon a time.
You've been known to be wrong sometimes.
Apparently.
Hang on, why don't you just kill me then?
He lifts a hand, and it passes through you.
Right. I'm a Calvinist spirit. Yeah.
And then he lifts a hand and flicks Kale's shoulder, and you feel you summoned me. I can't kill you, but I can wait and watch someone else do it.
Um, right. But I don't. So are we just stuck with each other now? Is until I die?
Do you think you'll ever forgive yourself? Excuse me. Do you think you'll ever forgive yourself for it?
It's no point of forgiveness if it doesn't revert what happened.
Your guilt summons me. So I suppose, until you find a way to forgive yourself, I'm here to haunt you and to suffer through it.
Have you been with me the whole time then?
I think it was the open water that brought me to your mind.
It seems about right.
Captain. And he looks at you skeptically again.
You know, I've earned that title now.
Earned it?
We saved Islanders.
It's that,
Eisenbridge. Wrong place. Sorry.
that's that, city. Inland, isn't it? Good
No.
job, I suppose.
I know it doesn't make up for what I did, but ever since I met Kale, I've been trying to make life better for others, atone for what I did. I've saved many people.
He steps forward to get, like, in your space again. For fuck's sake, I can't even touch you. Stop wincing. Acting for others. I've told you this before, so listen this time. Acting for others, whether it's good or bad, does nothing for yourself.
Well, I've got a lot of gold because of it.
Which is wonderful, admittedly.
She'll slap you on the shoulder a little bit.
But
Oh, I've also got allies and genuine friends now.
which, if you appreciate them, and they appreciate you, and don't stab you in a mutinous betrayal, is wonderful. For you. But listen to me. Doing for others, acting and being good, and doing good things for others, because you're doing it for others, to make up for your past, does nothing for you. You do good or you do bad because you desire to. You do good or you do bad for yourself. If you're bragging about, but I'm doing better, but I've helped people, I'm helping people now, are you doing it because you think it's an exchange, or are you doing it because you've changed? Are you trying to change the scales? Or are you doing it because you should? Because you want to? Are you still following what you're told to believe instead of what you believe?
Is doing good, regardless of why, not good enough.
Doing good just does good. But it doesn't change you. You are not your parents. You are not what your family births. You are you and what you make of yourself. And I thought I had taught you to believe in you and to do you. You betrayed me, believing someone else. You betrayed me, tipping scales and making an exchange. Are you still doing good, doing what you think is right, just because you think it makes up for other things? Or because you should? Because I'm dead. I don't care about the world anymore. What do I care if it's good and doing right? What did I even care in life? But I'm tied to you now. You need to listen to yourself for once.
It's a little ironic, isn't it? Telling somebody to listen to themselves instead of anybody other than themselves. Sort of
You're so used to
contradictory.
listening to others. Maybe this will stick.
Anything else, Captain?
You summoned me.
Yet another item in the long list of things I regret. And I just sort of wave my hand in like I usually do to be dismissive of him, and then he just fades back into insubstantial form.
And to you, he looks a little bit more transparent, but he's still there because you can still see him, and Kale can still see him. But it looks like that was the end of the exchange entirely to Fong and Farron.
Because Val is a petty bitch, she's going to walk straight through the captain and just go poke the fire with like a stick or something.
Kale reaches out after you for a minute and then gives you your space. But after a few minutes, they'll come over and kind of rest a hand on your shoulder and just say, "For what it's worth, I believe in you. I know that the things you've done, you don't always feel good about and that you have regrets, but for as long as we've been together on these crazy adventures, I believe in you, Bob, and I trust you more than anyone."
She doesn't respond, but she will put her hand on yours and give it a little tap. You should rest. We've got a long journey ahead of us.
Aye, Captain.
Val is going to take first watch.
All right. I do think that's a good time for us to take a quick break. So get up, stretch your legs, get something to drink. We will be back in a couple of minutes and hope to see you guys soon. returned. Um, so we are coming back to camp essentially, with Bal very unhappy with her recent interaction, and Kale being like, "I'ma give them space." What is everyone else doing slash their reactions to this extremely dramatic interaction that they all were witness to?
I think after after Kale has approached Ball and uh told her, I believe in you, and like the whole, you should rest, and Ball decides to take first watch. um I think that Fong uh would go up, and he'd probably say, I heard. Sorry, I was eavesdropping, Ball, but um, that guy said that he was looking forward to uh, you being killed by someone with that blade, his blade. And I just want to let you know that you are my captain. And I would die before I let anything like that happen.
I appreciate that. You should probably make better decisions, though.
I will try.
Get some rest.
Yeah, will do. Let me know if you need anything.
You'll be ready for second watch.
Aye, aye.
Okay.
Varen,
Varen.
are you?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Good.
Kale will sort of wander over Varen's way and be like, just checking in with you, Varen. I know it's been a tumultuous time, but do you need anything?
Um, no, I don't think. I mean, our ball's all right, right?
I think she has some things she needs to think on. But she's maybe not all right, but no worse than she has been this entire time.
Oh, okay. If you insist.
I could be wrong, but that's sort of the impression I get. This is something she's been carrying for some time and has, like a lot of things, avoided.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if there is ever anything you need from me, just let me know.
I will let you know. Yes. I'm good right now. So,
I'm going to go find a place to rest until my watch, I suppose. Go
thank you.
climb a tree. It's
I
more
will
comfy
do
than
that.
sleeping on the ground. Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
So you're giving Belle space?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Bobby Joe has kind of positioned themselves underneath a bush near where the web that is at this point probably about um, between trees, maybe 10 feet
Mm-hmm.
across and 5 feet high. So decently sized web. Um, and is like positioned under a bush like an ambush predator, waiting
Mm-hmm.
for something to get caught, essentially. But does
Exactly. Big one
occasionally
did.
does occasionally like crawl out and look around and gauge that there is
Mm-hmm.
the tall things moving around because it doesn't know what you are. Uh, that it associates with as like part of the clutch, and because you
Mm-hmm.
guys are there, goes back under the bush and like a couple of clicks at you and then goes back to waiting. It has not caught anything yet. So,
Yeah.
with the somber mood of camp, Fong having witnessed the displacement of a piece of what he assumes to be his home, uh, Bal having that encounter with the former Captain Mistforge, and everything else. Let's go ahead and see what you guys are doing for watch, etc.
I'm taking first watch with Corey,
Okay.
mostly
Who
because
would be on second and then third?
Second.
I will be on third watch then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, for first watch, go ahead and give me a roll, as well as if you are doing anything in particular.
I will put a level of effort into that.
Okay.
I'm also, I don't know, am I allowed to give myself the help action from Corey?
Is one of Corey's bonuses essentially to perception? Then no.
No.
The benefit of a follower is that they are trained in certain things, and in those specific things, they can help you.
Gotcha. Alrighty. In that case, I rolled an 8.
Oof. Okay. So not great. How many effort? You said you put effort into it?
Just the one.
One effort? Okay, so yeah. It's dark. You are still kind of reeling from your interaction, so you don't notice much happening. The night itself is also particularly dark because the sky is overcast, so you don't
Yeah.
have a lot of natural ambient light beyond just the fact that you have a fire for your camp going. Um,
Right.
so out into the woods and on the road, you don't really see much.
That makes sense. Okay.
In addition to that, you don't get attacked. You don't see anything happen. You don't feel or hear any threat. There's the faint sound of the music in the back of your head, the way that it kind of always is, but not with the same type of urgency of something is immediately happening.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes around to second watch, and nothing has happened. You wake up, Fong.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
I'll be gentle.
Uh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Captain.
All right. And I go, I'm gonna lay down under the cart.
Okay. And the glasses are with Varen, right?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yeah, we've chosen the one who cannot see in the dark.
Yeah.
Sure, middle watch. Cool.
Yeah. So, Fong, please make a, at this point, hindered because you cannot see in the dark,
Mhm.
perception. So, where it would normally be like kind of an average to just kind of see around you to see what's happening
Mhm.
of difficulty 4, it would be a difficulty 5 to have a good grasp on your surroundings, and potentially higher depending on if there is an enemy and what their rating would be.
Great. So I do have a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
First off, since I rolled my lucky number last time, I have an asset here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was also gifted an asset by MLIS Revenge that I would
Okay.
like to use as well, as Fong is emboldened to protect
Okay.
the squad.
Especially with what he just witnessed. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, so you've got 2 assets, bringing it down from a 5 for general, like, proper awareness of your surroundings
Mhm.
to a 3.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Okay. Uh, uh, I rolled a 2.
Are you going to re-roll or anything since you're at the end of an in-character day, or are you going to, um,
I
or did
think
you
I
use all
used
of your re-rolls during the Bobby
I
Joe
th-
incident?
I think I used them all during the Bobby Joe incident. So,
Okay. So yeah,
ah,
it's dark, it's overcast. You're not sure if that ghost is still around. You can't see them. Um, you don't get a strong sense of whatever else might be out there.
mm-hmm.
Um, you're not hearing anything, and as the long hours tick by, nothing pops out at you guys. There is briefly the sound of like grunting and a struggle, and you think that there might be something wrong, and then you see that a small like mole got caught in the web that Bobby Joe had set out
Mm.
Oh,
and is currently being prepared for food.
nice
So Bobby
job,
Joe is
Bobby Joe.
indeed feeding themselves now.
Let's go.
Um, but yeah, that is the only thing that you really notice across the duration of your watch.
Okay. All right. And then Fong, uh, groggy but happy that like I imagine that he didn't notice much, but he might do like just a quick glance at each of his party members and say, okay, everyone is still here. That's good. And then he's gonna go to Kale and just like a gentle Kale.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
it's really dark right now. Everyone is still here. So, yeah.
right,
Uh,
right. Thank you for taking middle watch. It was actually nice to sleep for most of the night.
yeah, of course. Um, good luck.
You get some sleep.
Thank you.
I'll be all right. Oh. And they'll get up and brush themselves off. And
Okay.
then probably scamper up a tree because it's easier to do watch from up high.
Okay. Um, so yeah, let me know if there's anything specific that you are trying to do over the course of your watch. You are on last one, so sunrise will
Yeah.
happen during this. Um, and you are not hindered because you can naturally see in the dark
Yeah.
anyway. So go
Yeah.
ahead and make me a roll.
That is a 13.
13. Okay. Do you have any assets to perception?
I do. I'm trained.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that brought it down from a 5 to a 4 anyway.
4.
Uh,
Yeah.
Wait, no, it was a 4 to begin with because you're not hindered. So it brought it down
Right,
to
right.
a 3. So
To a
you
3.
are,
Nice. 12 or better.
yeah, so you are definitely
9 or better.
well,
Yeah.
you're
Nice, nice.
well within. So from the tree, you are looking around and you probably have a clearer perspective on everything than the other two that took watch. One, because you rolled better than both of them,
Yeah.
I think combined.
Almost combined. Yeah.
But two, you have a crisp, clear sight of things in the dark the way that others don't. Um, and it's really actually almost as sunrise happens, which is dingy and still kind of murky because that overcast of a potential summer storm that's brewing um, has kind of stuck around, so you don't get the full like blast of color and light that comes with sunrise. But it's that light that helps you not just differentiate shapes and shade, the way that night vision does, but the differentiation of color. That out of the corner of your eye, you see that looks like one of those lines of like kind of reddish black darkness that you had associated with the weird, corrupted, like deteriorated ground and woods, etc., that was encroaching on the Lek farm and that you've inspected a couple of spots. And it has almost reached the area of the circle of the mangrove and the trees and leftover plants of what had been Fong's home. So
Oh,
it
hello.
looks, it's not, you had not noticed it the night before or the day
Oh,
before. Um, you had not noticed it at the beginning of your watch. It just kind of seemed like a darker shadow among the shadows. But with the light, you're kind of being able to discern more of it. And yeah, it looks like it had progressed far enough over the course of the evening that you're the first to notice it actually landing virtually on the circle. Like it's maybe a foot away.
oh my. Hello. You weren't there just a short time ago, were you? Hmm. And Kale's gonna climb down the tree and go over to inspect this thing.
Okay, give me an intellect roll.
All right.
You're trained in climbing, so I'm not making you roll for that shit.
Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. I'm in fact specialized.
Yeah, you're very, you're
Don't
very
fall on
trained
my
in,
ass.
in climbing.
Yeah. That is a 14. I seem to like rolling mid-teens
Yeah.
today.
Um, it's very similar to like the kind of gritty, almost ashy texture and look of the kind of like corruption or deterioration that you had found in those almost root shaped lines, though there aren't, again, like solid roots that this happens with. Um, that is, if you're looking really, really closely, you can see it kind of progressing, and
Oh
it's
no, absolutely
slowing
not.
down more and more as the minutes tick by. Potentially,
Like,
like it progresses overnight when there is no sun.
I don't know what happens when you touch one of these magic circles, but I'm not particularly sure that I want to find out. Kale will look back over their shoulders at their sleeping companions and then look down at the roots and try to dig down in front of it so they could access the root as it's growing towards this magic circle.
Okay. Uh, digging isn't particularly hard. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
Okay.
So yeah, you dig a small hole slash bowl or whatever. How far down are you trying to dig to kind of cut it off before it reaches the circle?
I think they're trying to get to the front of it, and then like I don't know if you've ever pulled up like a rose trailer, like a rose root, where you
Okay.
sort of get the front of the root and then you start pulling it up. They're trying to
Okay.
do that.
So remember that this isn't like a root. It's
No,
just
yeah, yeah,
shaped like roots. So it's
right,
dirt and rock that is becoming corrupted as it
right, in like
travels.
a vein,
Yeah.
right. Okay, so I'm not going to pull it out then. I'm just going to try to cut it off from the magic circle,
Okay.
dig a hole in between it and the mangrove.
Okay. Give me just a general speed check in that case. Not necessarily for the digging, because that would be might, but to basically quickly do it before it can get to there.
Only an 8.
8. Okay. It I will say that you do get a shallow, like, hole dug, maybe a foot deep. Um, Digging without implements doesn't get you very deep, especially in kind of hard packed forest soil.
Yeah.
Um, so you don't get particularly deep. You do get the impression as it slows further and further and further, it does start touching the hole. And as it grows down, you can see that it's very, very deep in the soil.
Ooh,
You do not know how far down this goes.
right. That does not seem good. Kale will look over at Fong and like consider waking him and his magic loves, but then it's like, he just got off of watch. He needs his sleep. And we'll try to put something in the way of where this corruption is trying to spread, like a stone or something hard to get through.
Okay.
A
Um,
dead branch.
yeah, so you go looking around and like you've still even got like dirt on your claws and hands as you do this, and the claws are why you got like a full foot down
Yeah.
without any tools. um, and like you find, I won't say a boulder, but like a couple of maybe double fist sized rocks like this.
Yeah.
They're not particularly big, they're not even particularly heavy, but you would need like tools to unearth a large boulder to fit in a 1 foot sized hole.
Yes.
You can also find a variety of broken branches because, you know, it's the woods. Um, but that's pretty much all that you've got other than you guys' current possessions and whatever's in the cart.
Yeah. We'll just try to make a little dam out of objects to stop this thing.
Okay. Um, as you do, please give me one more speed check. This is a speed
Yeah.
defense.
Ooh, I think I am. I am incapable of those. So give
Hmm.
me one level of hindered.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. I forgot that you were
Yeah.
a might defense person. Ooh. Okay. Good
Yeah.
luck.
How about a 3?
Ugh. Okay. So you are like just wrestling around with stones and twigs and stuff that you're just like carrying over. I'm just like, it's almost like you're trying to make a nest, but you're just filling in this hole that you just dug with random, still organic objects
Bits.
that this
Yeah.
goes through anyway. That, I mean, like the
Yeah.
corruption travels through the ground that is already filled with roots and twigs
That's
and
true.
dirt and rocks. So
But I'm sure
as
not
it
putting a part of myself in
slowly
there.
creeps to a stop over the like hourish that sunrise takes, and you're like desperately trying to dam this in, your hands and the dirt all over them and you individually are plant-like, are deep in these stones and roots and twigs and the dirt that you have dug as it reaches it and
Yep.
creeps up your arm and your other hand. And you
Uh-oh.
can feel this almost arthritic pain.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And I would like you to make an intellect defense roll now.
Cool. I'm gonna put some effort on this one. Let's put 2 effort. And I have rolled a 9.
The pain kind of comes with this sense of betrayal, of abandonment. There are so many of these other potential dragons. You've seen in your visions and in your memories an entire society of them. and they're just scattered. None of them have come looking for you. Pico barely tells you anything. Maybe it's better to be on your own. Maybe it's better to force your own special grove where you can create your little den. Maybe you can even make the trees and the plants in your grove however is most convenient for you. I mean, it would be your grove. You don't need those other dragons that haven't even bothered to try and find you.
I've been so lonely,
You have.
so
And
lonely this whole time.
you're already well experienced with family that just doesn't work. Family that doesn't care and would abandon or fight you at the drop of a hat. Maybe that's what it's like. I mean, you saw it in your own father.
All of my friends leave me eventually.
And your vision gradually goes dark, tinged with red, with strange, pulsing veins of darkness and red, glowing pustules reaching up your arms and towards your heart and up your neck.
Kinder, Jax, Sybil, all my friends leave eventually. Maybe I should leave them first.
I would like a might check from all three sleeping party members to see how long it takes you to wake up without someone to wake you.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 9.
12.
Okay. So, despite the fact that you are the one most recently back asleep from watch, you would be the first one to wake. Probably 3 hours later than you anticipated being woken to start setting up for breakfast, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Kale didn't come to wake you up.
I think Fong is going to take a look around first. Maybe noting.
Just one moment.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for the raid. We are starting to wrap up
Hello.
for the evening, but we appreciate you guys jumping in. I am Evie the Disaster Jam. This is Alter Deco Archives, and we are playing a Cypher System-based TTRPG called Empyrean Wilds. Hope you guys had a wonderful stream yourself. Tell us all about it. If you need to raid and run, we totally understand. Stretch your legs, get some water. Otherwise, you can stick around because we will be raiding into another channel when we are done, and we are wrapping up a fairly emotional thing that is about to happen. But yes, so thank you so much for jumping in. Sorry about that, Fong. Go ahead and
Thank you for the asset.
Woo.
asset for Alina.
Sick.
You were getting up and you were starting to
Yeah.
look around, I think you said?
Yeah, I think Fong, the first thing he's going to look like, maybe noting the grogginess, because sometimes if you aren't woken up, you oversleep, and then you just feel this weird, like, it's almost like you're having to pull yourself out of a void of sleep.
Oh yeah.
But feeling that feeling, he immediately thinks, wait, I'm not supposed to feel this way. And then he looks around, maybe noting the sun being more like at its like perigee than normal, and he'll start like thinking something's wrong.
Yeah.
He grabs his staff and he starts noting where everyone is, noting the sleeping members, and then trying to see where Kale would be, remembering that Kale was the one who's on watch.
You don't see them.
Fong is then immediately going to yell, Ball, Varen, Corey,
Mm.
it's late. I don't see Kale.
immediately on my feet.
So as you guys like roll over and like are suddenly coming awake and blinking sleep from your eyes, looking around, normally you are probably awake by about 7. It's likely closer to 10 in the morning.
As soon
Um,
as I'm up, oh,
and no sign of Kale, from your current perspective at least.
as soon as I'm up, I'm activating my water shield. I'm drawing my sword and my pistol, and I'm going to look in this woods for them.
Okay. So everybody give me perception search checks.
I want to put 3 levels of effort into this.
Okay.
Unless a 16.
Okay.
I also rolled 16.
Okay.
So I rolled a 19,
Whew.
and also one of my actually no, this won't be relevant. 19, just 19.
So it's kind of at the same time, Bal and Fong kind of spreading out, looking for Kale, see what initially looks like just more greenery and bushes is actually Kale collapsed on the ground on the other side of the 20-foot diameter circle of displaced mangrove, etc., that's in these woods.
I'm going.
They are on the ground, as far as you can tell, unconscious. One of their hands is still pressed into what seems to be a strange divot in the ground that had not been there, that's filled with like broken bits of branches, rocks, and some like dead leaves, and a arching vein of that same strange corruption from there, like further out, and you have no idea where it ends. Again, more towards moving in the direction of the mountains, and their hand is like still in there. And from that hand and the other hand also collapsed near it, that same vein of dark corruption, like strange poisoned lines across their arms, little bits of like red glowing pustules having popped up, like some sort of allergic hive reaction to this, up their arms, and like you can see it under, like from under their clothes, coming up their neck and reaching towards their face.
You said they were. Are they being like encased, entangled? Like
They're
is
not
this like?
entangled, like this is their skin. It is like in like popped up varicose veins of blackness leading from their hands under their clothes and then also coming up their neck with tiny little red pus, like bite marks type of things, but pustules.
I will. I will immediately put my hand on their shoulder and start healing them with my, or attempt to heal them with my blessing of the gods.
Okay, make a roll.
That is a 13 on the
13.
dice.
You see the like swelling around some of the veins and pustules go down, but they are still there, and Kale is still unconscious.
So we gotta get them away from here.
Yeah. Is like you said that the Kale's hand was still like in the corruption vein.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like trapped?
No, as you pull Kale away, because I'm assuming that's what you're doing, Bal saying that you
That's
need to get Kale away from there. Um,
right.
it looks almost like Kale's hands and fingers had started to become roots into the ground that you pull out, and that breaks off, and almost the extension that had been the roots crumbles like ash or dust, leaving behind this almost withered black claw where their hand normally would be.
Okay. Yeah, well, let's get them away from this.
Which is your dominant hand, by the way, Kale?
I think Kale is right-handed.
Okay. Please mark on your sheet that you currently have corruption level 3 on your
Cool.
dominant hand.
Out of 100,
Cool,
right?
cool, Got it.
Great.
Excellent.
Great. Uh, unless Fong objects, I give the order to just load kill and fucking hard our way out of there as quickly as possible.
No objection. Doing it.
Okay. So you guys full on panic carry Kale away from the corruption, and I'm guessing make a bed for them on the cart. Okay. Um,
I will actively throw away as many crates as necessary to make space for Kale.
Kale is
Aw.
not a big person, so pretty easy to just kind of make space. Kale is notably the shortest in the party.
True.
um,
Now Bubby Joe has evolved, so
Yeah, that's true.
So, Varen, they found Kale before you did. You would have still been able to notice Kale. It's just that they're with the assets that Ash had, and
Mhm.
then the fact that Matt got a like minor effect.
Yeah.
They just happened to see them first. How is Varen reacting to this?
Freaking out slightly. Because
Kale, the
Yeah.
conscience of the party, is down.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no, our brain cell.
Oh no, the brain cell.
But yeah, so everybody just quickly packs up everything and like gets loaded up to try and emergency, like full on ambulance Kale away
Mhm.
from the source. Okay.
Mhm.
Kale, as you dream.
Yes.
And these aren't the dreams that you remember from that that other person that abandoned you from when Sybil was around. It's kind of like visions of a grove that can defend itself. It's darker and dangerous, but it can protect itself just as strongly as you can protect it.
Huh.
A grove like that, a grove you make like that, wouldn't suffer the way that the other one did. And you wouldn't need anyone that would just leave you behind anyway to help you protect it. A grove provides. A grove can be made to provide. And while you can still faintly feel pain, pain is just growth. And in the distance, you hear something that you don't quite understand, that seems to just understand you. Something that approves. Something telling you that you're right.
There was quite a lot of dragons that died because the grove couldn't protect itself.
Yeah.
What if it had claws? What if the grove had teeth? What if it could
Fangs and
hunt?
claws. And that is where we are going to end the session today. With a warning to our audience that Alina's not going to be here next time.
Oh no.
So,
Uh-huh.
who knows what might happen in the interim?
I'm so worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Um,
see. We will see.
But yeah, so thank you very much for the follow. Uh, but yeah, so with Kale unconscious, suffering corruption that has levels for in-game purposes.
Seems bad, to be honest.
But it's out of 100, so it'll be fine.
3 is a small number.
Yeah.
Depending.
No.
Of money, yes. Murders, too many.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. That's
Yeah.
corruption that like knocks you into unconscious and speaks into your brain for you. That's
That's good.
totally a low number then.
Look,
It's
if
very
Varen can, if Varen is okay,
Yeah.
Kale's just gonna get groupie tattoos. That's all.
Yeah,
good.
it's fine.
Somebody, someone talking into your brain and telling you that maybe the tree should have teeth is totally good. Totally fine and normal.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when it's preying on your like loneliness and anxieties.
Yeah.
Good.
I totally don't have this type of stuff sitting in the back burner for you guys.
Excellent.
But yeah, so wonderful session. Thank you so much, everyone. A couple of emotional moments across all of you, actually. But the trees would eat Bobby Joe. You are correct.
Yeah.
And Bobby Joe will eat everything else.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and go around introducing ourselves, saying where you can find us, what else we might have going on, while I find someone for us to raid. Let's start with Alina again, since you're not going to be here next time.
Yeah, I am not going to be here next time because I am going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. You can come there and find me at booth 1229. And then the week after, I'll be at Gen Con at booth 1230 something, 1237. It'll be on my site. I'll be at Gen Con, BFE Webcomics, that's us. But I am Alina. I am they, them. I have been playing Kale. It's also they, them. You can catch me on Fridays here, although not this coming Friday because I will be gone. But I am part of Once Upon a Reflection, where I play a just mess of a rock star goblin. So much fun. And the other game that I play in on my channel is on hiatus until the end of the convention season, which is a problem if you have a cast of all webcomic artists who go to the same convention. You got to go on hiatus for a while. But I will be back in August. So thank you all. I'll toss it over to Ash.
Hello, I'm Ash. I was Battle Misfortune today, and on normally the following Friday I would be Juan Ferreira, but I don't think we're gonna be playing this Friday. The Friday after that, which is every other Friday on the same weekend as Empyrean Wilds, I am going to be playing La Luz de la Luna, which is my moth character that is super duper serious, and it's autistic coded, I think. Very autistic, very artistic as well. She's cool. That it would be in Ether Engines, our post-apocalyptic campaign, which is a lot of fun.
Artistic is one way to say it.
Huh?
Artistic is one way to say it.
Look, everybody judges artists that are paving new paths in artistry. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, I don't really have anything going on right now. I'm in the last 2 weeks of summer camp work. I'm hoping that after I can be back to streaming. I stream on my Twitch channel, Cyan the Grackle. Grackles are these really cool birds that I grew up loving. So you can follow me there if you want to catch me playing video games. I still need to finish the Yakuza games that I started the series on there. It's a lot of fun. But that's all I got right now. In the meantime, Amanda, go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda, aka Panda Cobra, and I have been Varen Lek, the weird adept who dances with dark matter and siphons power. I'm here every other Sunday, as well as every other Friday, as part of the Once Upon a Reflection fantasy fairy tale game, where I play a fantasy explorer princess type who is currently undergoing a transformation of some sorts. So that is going to be interesting to find out what the deal with her is. But otherwise, I'm not really doing much. So feel free to hit me up on the Discord and Blue Sky. Come say hi. I'm at Panda Cabra at both of those areas. I hang out in the I hang out in the not Ether Edges, the Altered Echo Archives Discord all the time. So feel free to come by and say hello. And then finally, Matt, it's your turn.
Thank you. I'm Matt, he, him. Today I played Fang Wu, he, they, the risk-taking warrior who fights with panache, can occasionally walk through walls, and has a brand spanking fancy new outfit. Now I'm not in any streams until we come back here in 2 weeks because taxes are going to be kicking my ass. So instead of sharing stuff I'll be doing on stream, I'll share something good in real life. I found an injured magpie outside my parents' house, and we took it to the rehabilitation center, and he has since fully recovered and has made friends.
Yay.
And will soon be able to take off with his new friends.
Aw, magpies are my favorite.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
His name is Kirk, too. So good vibes to Kirk. Back to
Go
you,
Kirk.
Abby.
Good vibes to Kirk. That's so cool. That's so cool. Good job, man. Well, I'm Evie, the Disaster GM. My pronouns are she, there, any. I don't really care. I'm the director of Altered Echo Archives and the GM for our 3 primary games, Empyrean Wilds, which is our kind of sword and sorcery, fantasy, adventure game. One of our Friday games, which is Once Upon a Reflection, our fairy tale based game, and then on the opposite Fridays, because all of our games are every other week, is Aether Engines, which is our survival post apocalypse by several centuries game. So we will hopefully see you soon. If you've joined the Discord, that's where to find out if any of our games get postponed or any adjustments are being made or special announcements for if we have anything else special and fun going on. My dog is crying in the background, so I'm sorry if you can hear him. But yeah, so it's super fun. Yeah, he's barking at me now. He can tell that I am paying attention to it. But yes, so Ollie, my beautiful, wonderful, whiny damn dog, says hello to all of you too. We are going to be raiding into spirits of the game who are playing D&D, and they just started recently, so there's supposed to be plenty of game left. But yeah, good folks. Definitely definitely be careful out there. The world is on fire. If you've noticed anything about the gray and apocalyptic skies, it really is actually on fire. I know I always say that, but it is true right now. So please take care of yourself, take care of your people around you, and do what you can for the world while you can. See you next time. Bye.